With Anthem's 1.7.0 update, we got some changes to how you craft legendary items, and more specifically, how legendary tokens work. Now, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now because the last video is outdated. To make a long story short, when that video released, the patch notes stated that certain tombs gave certain things, and later on the patch notes were changed a few days later, making that video invalid, so I figured it was about time to update this video and the changes that have happened to legendary tokens after update 1.7. But before we get into all of that, I wanted to give a very special thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. I'm very excited to be working with them again, as I am a huge proponent for continued learning, and their courses do an absolutely phenomenal job with it. For those of you freelancers who may not know, Skillshare is an online learning community that offers membership with meaning. With so much to explore, real projects to create, and the support of fellow creatives, Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. Skillshare offers classes designed for real life, so you can move your creative journey forward without putting life on hold. You can learn and grow with short classes that fit your busy routine, such as audio and video editing, photography, and even courses on how to start streaming and content creation effectively. The first 500 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get 2 free months of premium membership, so you can explore your creativity. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when compared to pricey in-person classes and workshop. An annual subscription is actually less than $10 a month. I've personally been watching Real Productivity, How to Build Habits That Last, taught by Thomas Franks, and Ali Saunders, How to Save Time Editing and Edit More Efficiently in Adobe Premiere Pro. You guys know that I don't often do sponsorships, but when I do, the programs are absolutely worth it, and that is especially true of Skillshare. So thank you again so much to Skillshare for today's sponsorship, and without further ado, let's get into it. So what you will first notice when you log back into the game is that daily missions will no longer have a few that will grant you legendary tokens. Instead, the way you will go about getting legendary tokens is via the weekly challenges. Now, all weekly challenges will have a legendary token as a reward along with some other minor things, and on top of that, the monthly challenges will also reward you a legendary token. Now, it's kind of strange to me that the monthly rewards aren't a bit more in terms of the legendary tokens, like it only gives you 1 per. Now, personally, I find that to be a little bit stingy, but what can you do? Upon completion and getting your legendary token, all you have to do from there is go to free play and go to one of the tombs. Now, as a bit of a heads up, if you haven't done so already, you do need to complete the main story quest, or at least the main storyline up to the Legionaries' tombs where you fully unlock them, in order to teleport to them quickly, or at least gain access to them. Now, each tomb does have a legendary item associated with it, or items plural. So you do need to be conscious of that when you are spending your tokens. The first one is the Tomb of Yevenia, which is right by the Fort Tarsus quote-unquote Strider. Yevenia's tomb will allow you to exchange crafting materials for a legendary universal component or a support gear usable by your current javelin, as in the javelin that you have equipped while you are spending that crafting material to get your legendary item. The next tomb is the Tomb of Artenia, and Artenia's tomb will allow you to exchange crafting materials for a legendary weapon usable by your current javelin. Now, the reason why this is so specific is because if you have a Colossus equipped, you can get a grenade launcher or a heavy cannon. But if you have something like a Ranger, Storm, or Interceptor equipped, you will not be able to get a grenade launcher or autocannon, for example. The next tomb is by the Fortress of Dawn, and this is the Tomb of Naus. Naus's tomb will allow you to exchange crafting materials for a legendary javelin component or melee weapon usable by your current javelin. It's really self-explanatory, but if you are hunting down something for your ranger such as elemental power, equipping a Colossus will not allow you to get that because you will only be able to get legendary Colossus components. Now, the last tomb is the Tomb of Kareth, located by the Emerald Abyss near the Shattered Ruins. Here it will allow you to exchange crafting materials for legendary gear usable by your current javelin. Again, very self-explanatory, but I'm not quite done yet. What I highly recommend you doing is using a javelin that you don't primarily use or you want to get to learn how to use when you're spending these tokens. Or if you are a one-trick pony, which there's no problem with that, equip your main javelin and, well, roll the dice on something that you've been wanting for a while. There's no guarantee that you will be getting it, but at least the loot pool will be a whole lot more narrow, and it's a guaranteed legendary at the very least. However, my main recommendation is not to spend uncommon, rare, or epic embers at all, the green, blue, or purple embers at all, because you can still craft sigils for your javelins with them, especially if you are trying to go for that 60 stack of any one sigil, I don't know, value. I strongly recommend you using Masterwork Embers, because what are you going to do with them? You can't craft Masterwork sigils, and crafting Masterwork gear really doesn't serve you a purpose. So go on ahead and spend those Masterwork Embers. Now, unfortunately, you won't know what you got from the tombs until you end free play to see what you got. But more or less, that's all there is to it, my fantastic freelancer friends. Before I start winding down the video, I did want to let you all know a few things. First and foremost, I'm sure you guys have noticed that I've started posting less and less on Your Anthem. And that's primarily because there's not going to be a whole lot of new content to cover. However, if there is anything, of course, I will be one of the first to cover it. That being said, it's going to be hard to make Anthem content for a while because I've pretty much covered everything there is to cover. Now, that doesn't mean I won't make any guide videos or commentary videos in the future, but I will be switching to a new format. In the future, I am going to start doing more lore videos for Anthem, which is something that I extremely enjoy doing. The problem in the past, though, was there wasn't enough viewership to merit the amount of time and research it would take to A, learn everything there was about the lore, compile a script, capture footage, edit the audio, edit the video, you get the point. It would take an exuberant amount of time and infinitely more time than it would to create a normal video, and I couldn't really merit spending that much time for that kind of loss in viewership, and you get the point. YouTube's wonky. So for the foreseeable future, there will be ads and sponsored content on Your Anthem for these lore videos to support me and support the creation of these videos during this admittable time of content drought, which I don't see any end to in the near future. But what are your thoughts about these changes? What are your thoughts about this video? Did it help you out at all? Let me know in the comments section below, as I really do read through all of your comments, and I will reply if there's conversational potential, as always. A very special thank you, by the way, to my patrons and channel members for all their financial assistance during these times of, well, drought with Anthem. It really does mean the world to me, and it helps me out more than you guys could possibly imagine. I hope all of you fantastic freelancers have a phenomenal day as always, and I'm looking forward to seeing each and every last one of you in the next video very soon. And remember, freelancers, we are strong alone, but we are so much stronger together.